Hi everybody, my name is Kayla Krueger, and here we are in the heart of America's Dairyland, Wisconsin. Below me is Krueger Crest Farms, where my parents and I milk 60 Holsteins and farm 350 acres. I'm currently a junior at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where I'm studying dairy science and life science communications with a minor in agricultural business. I am heavily involved in the Association of Women in Agriculture, where I am this year's president, and I'm also heavily active in the Badger Dairy Club, where I serve as this year's vice president. I'm also a chair for the Badger Invitational Sale, as well as the World Dairy Expo Show Ring chair. I've been very active in the Wisconsin Junior Holstein Association since I was 10 years old. I've showed at the district, state, and national levels. I was this year's 2014 Wisconsin Holstein Princess, where I serve as an ambassador for the Wisconsin Holstein Association. I've been able to travel around the state and promote the dairy industry that holds so dear to my heart. I am honored to be chosen to represent the state of Wisconsin and honored to be a national DJM. Thank you for the opportunity.
If I could just come in, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me. Mama cut out pictures of houses for years.
Here I am at Bellevue Holstein, owned by Lynn and Sarah Harbaugh. I have the honor and privilege of showing some of their animals and working for Lynn and Sarah while they are away. I purchased 2 heifers from Lynn and Sarah. One went on to be Reserve Junior All-American Fall Yearling in Milk, and the other went on to be Honorable Mention Junior All-American Summer Yearling. I was honored to be the 2014 Wisconsin Holstein Princess. In this role, I served as an ambassador for the Wisconsin's dairy industry. I was able to speak at various events where I was able to talk to the general public. I find it is very important to teach the general public and bridge the gap between the producer and the consumer. As a producer myself, I find it is very important for me directly to share with the consumer where their food comes from, rather than the twisted inaccuracies of the media. If I were to give a presentation to community organization, I would first emphasize that the dairy industry has come a long way to assure a safe end product for the consumer. For example, within the past couple years, government regulations have lowered the required somatic cell standard from 750,000 to 400,000. Technology and genomic testing has given the dairy farmer the opportunity to select bulls whose offspring have been more desirable health traits and lowered somatic cell scores. I would also inform the public that antibiotic residue testing has become much more sensitive, and antibiotics themselves are made to have a much shorter withdrawal period. Here at Krueger Crest Farms, we are labor intensive. Our farming operation consists of me, my mom, and my dad, as we have no hired help on our farm. My mom works full-time off the farm for health insurance, and my dad is here alone during the weekday as I attend the University of Wisconsin-Madison, which is about 2.5 hours away from our farm. I come home virtually every weekend to help my parents. If I can implement a technology here at our operation, I would want to implement a TMR. A reason for that is I would want to decrease our feeding time, and as a large portion of our herd's diet is fed by hand, it would make our farming a lot easier. We have to take 6 trips around the barn to feed one time for before our cows have to be milked. We feed high moisture corn, mineral, and protein, and that does not include our dried hay or baleage that gets fed also. I feel the largest benefit of implementing a TMR would be to increase our herd's overall milk production. Although our cows currently peak high, I feel that a TMR would help the cows maintain those peaks for a longer duration while maintaining their overall body condition. I feel this would also help with our reproduction on their farm. I also believe that we could feed other various types of commodities that a cow normally might find unpalatable unless mixed into a TMR. This would help with feed costs and overall economics on our farm.
However, I understand that implementing a TMR would result in changes to our herd. With a TMR, all of the cows would receive the same ration and the individual attention would be eliminated, as cows would no longer be fed as individuals. For example, currently our higher producing cows are supplemented with extra grain, and cows that are at the end of their lactation are given less grain and typically more hay. Our herd needs to look at improving our technology to stay sufficient and competitive for the future.